In 2018, Apple became the world's first trillion-dollar company. To this day, there are just 5 companies in the world worth over $1 trillion. To put into perspective just how much 1 trillion is, a million seconds is around 12 days, a billion seconds is about 32 years, and a trillion seconds is more than all of recorded history, just under 32,000 years. In other words, you could never count that high. It's no surprise that there are no individual trillionaires in the world. Becoming a billionaire is difficult enough, and coming up with creative ways to make money is getting harder and harder every day. Yet, as crazy as it sounds, the person who will be the world's first trillionaire might be alive today. It could be Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, or maybe even a random person walking down the street, and you would have no clue whatsoever. How can one individual make that much money? Simple. Asteroid mining. In an interview in 2016, Neil deGrasse Tyson revealed the secrets to amassing Scrooge McDuck levels of wealth. Clip: It is likely that the first trillionaire will be the person who exploits the mineral resources on asteroids. And the man is entirely correct. Asteroid mining may soon switch from science fiction to reality, turning billionaires into trillionaires. NASA tracks the locations of thousands of asteroids and near-Earth objects, or ENEOs, some of which are worth trillions of dollars. According to NASA, approximately 14,000 ENEOs come relatively close to Earth at some point during their orbit. Many of these nearby asteroids contain minerals and materials that hold value on Earth. And there's a seemingly infinite amount of them out there in space. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter alone is estimated to contain upwards of 2 million asteroids larger than 1 kilometer in diameter and millions of smaller ones. Right now, mining an absurd amount of resources from asteroids and hauling them back to Earth is too expensive. But once the technology gets more affordable, the individuals who extract these resources will be the first trillionaires of our time. In 2015, an asteroid codenamed 2011 UW-158 whipped past our planet at a distance of 2.4 million kilometers, 1.5 million miles, about 6 times the distance between the Earth and the Moon. It carries more than 90 million tons of platinum in its core, as well as many other rare and precious materials. Scientists estimate that this 1 kilometer wide, 0.62 m, platinum-rich asteroid is worth over $5.4 trillion. This single asteroid is worth more than the 2 most valuable companies on Earth, Apple and Microsoft, combined. But an even larger opportunity presented itself in 2013. A 30-meter wide, 100 feet, asteroid named 2012 DA14 made a flyby of Earth that was a little too close for comfort. The asteroid came so close that it flew within the ring of geostationary satellites at an altitude of only about 35,000 kilometers, 22,000 miles. The distance to the Moon is only 384,000 kilometers, 239,000 miles, meaning that 2012 DA14 passed by our planet at a distance 1/11th that of our closest cosmic neighbor. Shooting past Earth at a whopping speed of 7.8 kilometers per second, 4.8 miles per second, if it hit Earth, 2012 DA14 would have caused massive damage. Although it might not seem that large, with a kinetic energy of 3.5 megatons, this asteroid impact would have produced a blast 200 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. That's more than enough to wipe out an entire city, in an instant. Thankfully, 2012 DA14 was not on a collision course to Earth. Although just 16 hours before its close call, the Chelyabinsk meteor entered Earth's atmosphere and crashed into the Russian city, seriously injuring over 1,000 people. Even though it was later confirmed that the 2 asteroids hadn't influenced each other in any way, it is still crazy to think that 2 massive asteroids could have potentially hit Earth on the same day. Unfortunately, the Chelyabinsk meteor had no precious metals, and fragments could only be sold as collector's items. But 2012 DA14 was very different. Although its size may not seem spectacular, this 30-meter-wide asteroid could be worth over $20 trillion. This single asteroid could fend off starvation and malnutrition worldwide for 27 years. Or it could send every single high school graduate in the United States to college for free, for the next 114 years. And this is nowhere near the price tag of the most valuable asteroid ever found. Asteroid 1903 LU is the seventh largest asteroid found to date. Discovered in 1903 by American astronomer Raman Smith Dugan, 1903 LU hovers over the Sun in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It's composed of nickel, iron, cobalt, water, nitrogen, and hydrogen, all of which are incredibly useful resources to industries around the globe. This asteroid is worth so much that I don't think we can fully comprehend it. At 323 kilometers, 201 miles, in diameter, asteroid 1903 LU is worth a mind-boggling $15.38 quintillion. I'll let that sink in for a second. Do you realize how much you can do with $15 quintillion? Consider this thought experiment to put this massive amount of money into perspective. One US dollar bill is 16 centimeters, 6.3 inches long. If you were to take $15.38 quintillion bills and lay them out, end to end, you'd have a line of $1 bills 2.46 by 10 raised to the power of 18 m long. This $15 quintillion line would stretch from Earth to Alpha Centauri, the closest star system to our Sun, 30 times. Yeah. Although 1903 LU is worth an inconceivable amount of money, it isn't the most cost-effective asteroid to mine. Asteroid 1999 JU3 is one of our best chances at mining an asteroid. Its unique orbit causes it to come within a few million kilometers of Earth every 4 or 5 years. As a result, we can take multiple trips to the asteroid for 10, 20, or 30 years to mine the asteroid for the maximum amount of materials we can bring back to Earth. Although 1999 JU3 is estimated to be worth only $83 billion, it's one of the most cost-effective asteroids to mine thanks to its location and convenient orbit. This could be our baby step into the asteroid mining industry and pave the way for future explorers and entrepreneurs to push humanity up into space and maybe even jumpstart a second space race. Let's be honest. That would be awesome. In 2010, US President Barack Obama announced that a human mission to an asteroid would be a goal to achieve before 2025. Clip: Obama speech. It's currently 2023, and the former president was spot on with his prediction. NASA is currently working on the Artemis mission, and the second part of that mission, scheduled to launch in May 2024, will see 4 astronauts travel farther into space than any human ever before.